Good day to all of you. Myself, Dr. Arvind Sharma, Associate Professor in Physics, Government Dongar College, Bikaner. Today we are continuing the topic uplink power budget calculation. In the last lecture, we see that power budget calculations are how the transmitted power is accounted for across a communication link. And the different terms related it we derived, and at last we derive this relation. Okay, continue in this part. The saturation flux density is the power flux density at the satellite receive antenna needed to drive the TWT into saturation, and uplink calculations are often made in terms of this quantity. This can be factored into the equations by noting that the power available at the terminals of an isotropic antenna is given by equation 4 on setting Z set equal to 1 or equivalent to Z set equal to 0 degree, since it is the power at the antenna terminals that is being considered. The receiver feeder losses do not enter into the calculations, and therefore RFLU equal to 0. Hence, isotropic power received is PRI equal to EIRPU minus TPLU. The effective area of an isotropic antenna is given by equation is on setting the gain equal to unity. We just set the gain A0 equal to lambda square upon 4 pi, where lambda in meters and area in decibels referred to 1 meter square is given by A0 equal to 10 log lambda square upon 4 pi. Denoting the power flux density in general by phi, the power received by the isotropic antenna PRI equal to phi plus A0. Hence equations gives EIRP U minus TPLU equal to phi plus A0. This can be substituted in equation 8 to give C upon N0U equal to phi plus Z by T plus RFLU plus A0U plus 2 to 8.6. In this equation, phi represents power flux density in general. When the saturation value phi s is specified along with the input backoff BOI. Input backoff BOI, equation 14. This equation 14 becomes C upon N0U equal to phi s minus BY plus Z upon T set minus RFLU plus A0U plus 2 to 8.6. The link budget equations developed so far are for what is termed clear sky conditions. For clear sky conditions, meaning that no precipitation effects are taken into account. Rain can degrade the carrier to noise ratio, mainly by attenuating the signal, although it may also cause a small rise in the effective noise temperature. By monitoring signal levels, the effect of rain fades can be compensated for as they arise, although this can require expensive monitoring and control activities. This is again an example given in MathCAD notations. So you just see this only for numerical calculations. Downlink power budget calculations. Downlink power budget calculations. The downlink power budget calculations is similar to that for the uplink, and equation 8 can be used with some modifications. The equation of uplink power budget calculations can be used with some modifications. The high power amplifier in the satellite will usually be TWT amplifier although solid state amplifiers are become more common, and the transmitter power PHA in equation 2 will be replaced by PTWT using the subscript D for downlink. The equation for EIRP therefore becomes EIRP D equal to PTW plus Z set minus DFLD. This equation applies in general, but if the output power is specified for saturation conditions, then the EIRP will also be the saturation value as mentioned in connection with uplink calculations, and input backoff is often employed. Under these conditions, an output backoff must also occur. The output backoff in general will not be able to the input backoff, and as a rule of thumb, the output backoff is about 5 dB less than the input backoff. Suppose therefore that the saturation output PTWTS along with the output backoff BO output in decibels is specified, then EIRPD PTWTS Z set minus TFLD minus BO. Transmission path loss for the downlink is given by transmission path loss for the downlink is given by TPLD equal to FSLD plus AMLD plus PLD plus AAD. This is transmission path loss. The carrier to noise ratio at the end station, at the earth station. Carrier to noise ratio at the earth station therefore given by C(0) equal to EIRPD minus TPLD minus RFLD plus Z upon TES plus 2 to 8.6, where the Z upon T ratio is that of the receiving earth station denoted by subscripts ES. There is no need to rearrange this downlink equation in terms of a saturation flux density, as was done for the uplink, since the concept of saturation flux density has no significance for earth stations. As with the uplink, the equations developed for the downlink apply for clear sky conditions, and degradation of carrier to noise ratio resulting from rain must be accounted for separately. Now, overall budget calculations. What are the overall budget calculations? A full communication circuit consists of an uplink and a downlink, because both are combinedly contribute to the overall link budget calculations, and the overall C by N ratio will be combined effect of both. Let the power gain from the receiver input terminals of the satellite to the receiver input terminals of the destination earth station be denoted by gamma. If PC set is received carrier power at the satellite, the corresponding carrier power at the destination earth station receiver will be PC equal to gamma PC set. PC equal to gamma PC set. If PN set is the noise power density at the input to the satellite receiver, the noise power density at the input to the destination earth station receiver will be sum of the noise power already present at the earth station, PNES. Noise power already present at the earth station, PNES, and that carried down from the satellite gamma Pn set. The total noise at the Earth station Pn equal to Pnes plus Pn set, and the destination carrier to noise ratio. Destination carrier to noise ratio is C upon N0. C upon N0 equal to Pc upon Pn. C upon N0 equal to Pc upon Pn. To determine this in terms of the individual link values, it is easiest to work in terms of reciprocal values, but note carefully that power ratios, not decibels, must be used. Here, Pn can be considered to be the noise power in unit of bandwidth. Hence, N0 upon C equal to Pn upon Pc. And what is Pn? Pn is Pnes plus gamma Pn set upon gamma Pc set equal to, we can easily understand, equal to Pnes upon gamma Pc set plus Pn set upon Pc set equal to N0 upon C D plus N0 upon C U. That means downlink term and uplink term addition, N0 upon C. In summary, the separate link values must first be converted to power ratios. So first of all, separate link values converted into power ratios and their reciprocal added to gives N0 upon C. And from this, the overall C upon N0 ratio is obtained. And this is shown in the following example, where for a satellite communication channel, the uplink C upon N0 ratio is 88 dBHz and the downlink values is 78 dBHz. Calculate the overall C upon N0 ratio in dBHz. Given data, Cn0 dBu equal to 88 and Cn0 dBd equal to 78. Denoting the noise to carrier ratio N0C, then N0Cu equal to 10 raised to minus C N0 dBu upon 10 and N0CD equal to 10 minus 10 raised to minus Cn0 dBd upon 10, and N0C equal to N0Cu plus N0CD and Cn0 dB equal to 10 log 1 upon N0C, Cn0 dB equal to 77.6. So such kind of calculations can be easily done by these relations. And after that, an article related to digital carrier transmission is given. Digital carrier transmission is given. Here, the parameter of importance in digital carrier transmission is the ratio of average bit energy. Average bit energy to noise power density, or EB upon N0, denoting the received carrier power in general PR and the bit rate as RB. The average bit energy is EB equal to PR upon RB. This simply a repetition of equation from this chapter. We are just using this relation. The connection between EB upon N0 and C upon N0 is EB upon N0 equal to PR upon N0 RB equal to C upon N0 1 upon R. In decibel-like quantities, this becomes EB upon N0 equal to C upon N0 minus RB. For the bit rate expressed in decibels, the reference units is 1 bps. And this is again shown in this example. This is a small example you can easily understand. And after that, a small article related with multiple access methods is given. For your general awareness, you can understand it. Okay. This is not in your syllabus, but your general understanding, you can go through this article also. So up to this, we are now completing your chapter satellite communications, and after that we have remaining one topic or one small chapter in our syllabus, that is transferred electron devices, that we continue in next lecture. Okay, thanks to all of you.